What is it about the Mafia that people find so fascinating? It's about the power, about the ability to do anything you want and no one could touch you. But the more powerful they get, sooner or later someone is going to betray you. And in the end, it's always a friend who does the deed.
You go into the military, they say, sell you the dream. What's the dream? The dream is women like men in uniform. You're gonna walk in the mall, women are gonna come up to you, you're gonna go party, you're gonna have a great time, travel, see the world. That's how they sold the dream. In the NBA, when you get into the NBA, you're gonna have a big house, the big cars, the big lifestyle, the nice clothes, the nice watch, the nice this, the dream. You go into Hollywood, you're gonna be a star, your picture's gonna be everywhere. What's the Mafia dream? What's the La Cosa Nostra
I don't
dream?
know if a boss, underboss, or consigliere at a sit down or at a ceremony, who would tell you that?
But what is the dream? What's the dream? What's the vision?
The dream is power. You've worked for it. The secret society. These were idols to you. When you go back, like I said, the Lucky Lucianos, all of these people, they're part of your heritage. They're part of your life. His father was an idol, not only to him as a son, but to a lot of people. So becoming made is becoming Sonny Franzese.
Sammy, I got to tell you something. I love my dad, but all he ever talked to me about was making money. That was it.
Of course, everybody needs money. Listen, the guy was broke. He was in prison. He was doing tough time. Lawyers were chewing him up. Of course he's going to talk to you about money.
But I'm saying, the lifestyle is built on money and power. Just going back, when I took that oath, I thought it was the greatest thing in the world. I mean, that night I was on a high, I was exhilarated. You know, to me it was everything. Because we felt it was an honorable life, it was a brotherhood. Patrick, nothing stronger than a group of guys in a brotherhood having each other's backs.
Accepting you. And that's why he's high as a kite. He's accepted by people.
Exactly.
Some of them are dirty or ugly, but most of them are not.
Yeah, Michael, wherever you go in the world, you'll have somebody to have your back. You don't have to worry about anything. Don't ever worry about your mother, your sister, your wife, your daughter. Nobody's ever gonna violate that. I mean, when you hear those words, it's powerful. The problem is, like anything else, it's not the way it is all the time.
Right.
It's just not. And look, I'll say this about my dad. My dad and I had a lot of talks privately. A lot of things were done with him that I was upset about. My dad was deep. If you had to put him, there's nobody better him as far as a stand-up guy in that life. Nobody, you know? But there was things that we said privately, and he said, Mike, this life is full of shit.
He would tell you that.
Oh, absolutely. He said, it ain't the way they're gonna tell you it is. There was times when my dad was a captain and they broke him.
And I bet he
They
would.
broke him.
And I bet he would tell you, it's not what used to be.
Exactly, you know.
Okay, so at one point he loved the life and it changed.
What?
Same
Because
thing,
you got to know the
same
life.
thing with me. I love the life. I still like it.
Well, you got to know the life, Sam.
And John, the betrayal, I said the same thing as your father. Fuck this life and him, and left.
Because betrayal happens all the time.
And I'm happier now with Patrick and to sit down than I am with the life. I trust him more.
Betrayal happens all the time.
Is that inevitable?
It happens all the time.
Is it inevitable?
Yes.
Change? Yes, absolutely.
No, betrayal.
Betrayal.
Yes.
Yes.
It's inevitable.
Yeah, you know why? Greed, envy, jealousy, that's a way of life. Not everybody has it, but I don't care who you are, you're gonna bunk into it. And my suggestion as a made guy, when you bunk into somebody who has those qualities, greed, envy, and jealousy, get the fuck out. They're worse than a rapist or get away from those people. Don't do business with them, don't do nothing, get away. Because they will betray. It's stuck in them.
And guys that you didn't expect to betray, betrayed you.
Can those guys change?
No, they're almost like a child molester. It's in them. It's part of their life. Carmine Mendoza, when I was again young, he told me that, Sammy, I think you're a great kid. You're growing up the right way. You've got a lot of scruples and morals. If you ever meet people like this, get away from them. They're the worst things that you could.